Hey, we're opening a fresh one for this bad boy. UFC 322 just wrapped up. Obviously, guys, we have the full results from the card. I'm going to run through them. I'm going to talk you guys through, everything that happened. My thoughts on the co-main and the main. A little bit boring, but pure domination, as we all saw. I got to fucking Diet Pepsi for this bitch because it's what it calls for. Somehow, all my shit is still in German and Austrian. I don't know why. Even though I'm back in Montreal, I flew home last night because it turns out I don't have an ACL and I've been competing with no ACL, skiing with no ACL. That's an L. But we're gonna run through the full card. We're gonna start at the bottom all the way to the top. If you guys want to skip to some of the more entertaining fights or the more important fights, by all means, there's timestamps and let's get into it. So I did fucking awful on predictions on this card. Not even remotely good, which is not fun. But hey, it is what it is. I think a lot of people didn't do super great on predictions for this card because it was a tough card to predict for some of them. I did okay in the prelims, but main events and other stuff, I got some of them right, but also I didn't see them playing out that way. But we'll get into it. Right off the bat, Camilo versus Borshev. Did get this one right. I kind of thought just from the fact that Borshev is pretty mid everywhere. Camilo should be able to beat him. And I thought, honestly, Camilo would be able to do a better job in the grappling. And he did do a better job in the grappling, but honestly, he did a decent job in the striking as well. And yeah, he basically just beat Borshev's ass, kind of like what we saw. Borshev didn't do awful, but he didn't do great, man. And I think it's time for, unfortunately, I think it's time for Bubba to go. So yeah, I don't know. He just keeps losing. Yeah, keeps losing. Next, we got Bison Susakaev versus Eric Maconico. I picked Bison Susakaev to win. Got this one right too. However, I still think he looks like shit. That's just me. Probably gonna get some hate for that, but I really don't rate him as a fighter. I think he's a very mid fighter for the middleweight division. He's kind of just got this fucking plot armor, I guess. He's really not good. Eric Maconico was looking like the more technical fighter against him, which is pretty bad if Eric Maconico is looking like the more technical fighter against you. And this guy's out here saying I'm going to be champion, I'm going to be this, brother. You literally you getting cooked, bro. You're getting it's not impressive. He's well rounded. He's got good grappling. Bisingar. He's got good strike. I don't even want to say he's got fucking good striking because his striking technique is not, honestly, it's not good. It's okay. And then he always just finds a way to knock somebody out. He does tend to finish fights, which is impressive. And he does have a lot of power. His striking is not bad. His grappling is not bad, but I do not think it holds up against any of the top level guys in this division whatsoever. But he's gonna beat people like Eric Maconico, so that's kind of why I picked him. Knockout of Eric Maconico was crazy, and I'm impressed that he knocked him out in that fashion. It was pretty gnarly and good on him. His fights are always entertaining, but I just don't think he's as good as people think. People are saying oh man, he's the next fucking Ilya Topuria. He's not that guy. He's good. He's got some natural talent and stuff like that, but I don't think he's very technical, if that makes sense. But yes, he won. Is he a fucking minus 1,000 favorite? No, he wasn't really it was a close ass fight that he was losing rounds in up until he got a finish. So yeah, it is what it is. Fatima Klein versus Angela Hill. Angela Hill is she's old as balls and she's okay. She's decent, but she's gonna lose to up and coming people like Fatima Klein. Fatima Klein looked really, really good in this fight, striking wise and grappling wise. Just kind of beat the shit out of Angela Hill the whole fight. She's just better than her everywhere. Got that one right. Was one that these three fights you should get these. I hope you get these ones right. I mean, one dude's a fucking minus 1,000 favorite. This girl's minus 500 favorite. But yeah, it was just one of these ones where it's Fatima Klein's gonna win, and she looked really good doing it. She was piecing up Angela Hill the whole fight. Angela Hill's tough. She's durable. She's well-rounded, but she's not as good as some of these young prospects. This is the first fight of the night I got wrong. Pat Sabatini versus Shepe Mariskell. I really rate Shepe Mariskell, and I think he's a pretty good, well-rounded fighter. He's done very well in this division. Both these guys have. I know Pat Sabatini's had some losses here and there to some people. But I didn't expect him to be able to do this good in the grappling against Shepe Mariskell, because Shepe Mariskell's grappling is quite good. His scrambles are quite good, and they fought before, and he was able to deal with Pat Sabatini's, grappling and back takes. But Pat Sabatini's back takes and grappling looked like they were on a different level tonight in this fight. Like, every time he got a hold of Shepe Mariskell, he would find a way to the back, and he would hold him there for the majority of the round. And it was just Shepe just defending rear naked choke attempts and trying not to get subbed from the back. He was just full body lock. Bro was stuck there. And everywhere else in the fight, Shepe Mariskell was doing quite good. But once you got close the distance, because he's a guy that doesn't like to fight at range as much either. He likes to pressure you, but he pressure you, and then Pat Sabatini get a hold of him, and they would end up on the ground for some reason, and then he would just, he'd lock him in body triangle. But Pat Sabatini had some good shots as well, like takedown shots, and actually got some good takedowns in this fight as well. Just chomping away on some sushi. One thing about Pat Sabatini too is that he's not like the best striker, but he's not a bad striker. So if it does end up on the feet in between exchanges, he's not fucking awful. He's not bad. He's not a bad striker. So you can deal with moments on the feet. He's just so good at the back take and controlling people from the back. So good win for Pat Sabatini. Kyle Daukaus versus Gerald Meerschaert. This is an easy one to get right as well. I mean, he's a minus 500 favorite, so you'd think that 400. But fucking GM3 is washed, dude. We talk about this all the time. I never thought GM3 was good, but then he wins over people like fucking Bot Nickal, and you're like, damn, maybe he is good, but he really is not good. He's pretty dog shit, to be honest. He's actually way worse than I don't know. I just think of fucking him, Craig Jones, and Roman Dolidze is they all kind of mixed together in my mind, and they're just all shit fighters that somehow get good, wins over some people here and there, but they literally have fucking nothing on the feet. Absolutely fucking nothing. Gerald Meerschaert on the feet is like a potato. Fucking Roman Dolidze is a fucking pylon. And fucking, what is it? Fucking, I said the name Paul Craig. Retired. Paul Craig retired, but he's literally a fucking body kick of doom, and that's it. They all suck on the feet. Absolutely awful. Their grappling is okay, but really not that good, and they all get finished anyway. So yeah, Roman Dolidze is his grappling's okay, but it's not it's not as elite as people make it seem. Striking is awful. Roman Dolidze's got to be the best one of all three of them. But yeah, anyways, GM3's days are gone. He's getting beat by pretty much everybody. And Kyle Daukaus, I know he's back in the UFC. He's hungry. He had a really quick first round finish in his last fight. You'd be pretty dumb not to pick him. He's just better than GM3. He's gonna destroy GM3 in the feet, and that's exactly what he did. He just fucking deleted him. How long was it? 50 seconds into the first round, he hurt him and then submitted him with, I think, a Darce choke. So, yeah. GM3 should retire, in my opinion. But good for Kyle Daukaus to be back in the UFC getting some wins. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Ethan Ewing. This was a good fight. I picked Malcolm Wellmaker, as I think pretty much everybody did. Odds are closer than you'd think. Ethan Ewing is he's pretty good, actually. So what I noticed from because I watched a couple of his videos and stuff from the regional scene, and he just won this A1 Combat title before the fight. I thought that Malcolm Wellmaker would be the more technical fighter. Ethan Ewing looks like he pushes a good pace. He pressures people. He has KOs, a decent amount of KOs. But he looks a little bit wild in his striking, or at least from the clips I saw. His striking in this fight looked really quite technical. It was really good. He was a very technical striker in this fight, a lot more than I thought. I did say when I was predicting Malcolm to win that I thought this would be a lot tougher fight than most people think. But I thought that Ethan Ewing would be a little bit sloppier on the feet, and he just wasn't. He was really quite technical in the feet. He did exactly what he had to against Malcolm Wellmaker, where he pressured him. He addressed the situation. He wasn't letting Malcolm kind of walk him down, get comfortable, start throwing feints and pick shots. He was really just on the gas in Malcolm's face, kind of cutting the cage off well, throwing good shots. He looked very, very good in the striking. He had some good head kicks. He had a lot of good, boxing combinations, good counters, stuff like that. And yeah, he just looked really, really good in this fight. So big ups to him. I'm gonna grab a computer charger quickly before my sheet dies. It'll be like 2 seconds. While I plug this bad boy in, I just want to say that Ethan Ewing's dome is absolutely massive. And don't know if that helps with anything, but definitely could take a punch. Like Malcolm Wellmaker didn't hit him like super clean with anything. Well, he did hit him clean with a couple shots, but he hit him with some hard shots. It wasn't like a perfect shot on the chin of Ethan Ewing, but he hit him with some hard shots, and Ethan Ewing was able to take them. And you could kind of see like this fight throughout the fight. It was more just Ethan Ewing doing a lot better than Malcolm thought he would, and then Malcolm like kind of just like getting a bit discouraged and slowing down and stuff like that. This like you could tell that Malcolm Wellmaker, this was a lot harder fight than he was expecting from Ethan Ewing on short notice. He thought it was like one of these fights you come in and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna like bulldoze this guy, and first round is really quite close and competitive, and the guy's putting a pace on you and hurting you with shots and stuff like that, and you're like, oh shit, like I have to nut up for this fight. And it was still a close fight. Like people are gonna say like, oh, like Malcolm Wellmaker got fraud checked, but he didn't really get fraud checked. He underperformed a little bit, and Ethan Ewing overperformed. So yeah, great win from Ethan Ewing. Malcolm Wellmaker is still a good prospect. I don't think I never thought he was as good as people said he was, but I did think he's good, and I do think he will be good still. I just think he hasn't really had to face any. I think he was undefeated, right? Yeah, he hasn't really had to face any adversity, and he's just been bulldozing like easy comp in the UFC. Like everybody's fought has been, not everybody, but like he fucking fought Chris Montigno, who's literally just a fucking heavy bag that is like walking towards you at like 0.5 speed. So yeah, he has had some easy fights. I think he just thought this one was going to be easier than it was. Tracy Cortez versus Aaron Blanchfield. Good back and forth fight. I picked Tracy Cortez to win. She looked really good in the first round. Got away from it a little bit in the second round and kind of just got outmasculined by Aaron Blanchfield. This little gremlin herself. Takedowns. Like first round, Aaron Blanchfield didn't really like use her takedowns and stuff like that, which is kind of what she's known for wrestling. She didn't try it as much, and Tracy Cortez, was doing quite a good job of like mixing it up herself, striking, grappling, whatever. And then second round, she started to get a little bit more tired, and Aaron Blanchfield kind of just started coming at her and kind of overran her and started mixing in the grappling more and was able to get this submission. So good win from Aaron Blanchfield. Something Tracy Cortez is pretty good. I don't really care about watching a fucking Aaron Blanchfield fight at all. So I got this one wrong. I thought Tracy Cortez might be able to get it done, but it was kind of like a long shot if you guys watch the predictions. Up next, we got fucking Robocop versus Roman Kopylov. Robocop is a fucking menace, bro. This guy, Robocop, should be like 5 times better than he is. He has every fucking advantage possible. This dude he's absolutely huge. He's fucking giant for middleweight, right? Like he's a fucking big boy. He's a big boy. He's got all the physical attributes. He's got insane grappling background. He's got like literally touch of death power. And he still finds a way to make it close with somebody like Roman Kopylov. It's like, brother, he went out there in the first round and he did his thing the whole fucking fight on Roman Kopylov. He was just basically kicking his ass. Roman Kopylov never does enough. He doesn't throw enough. He doesn't have a high enough pace. He's okay with letting himself lose a 5-round decision or a 3-round decision. And he's not as naturally athletic, big or strong as Gregory Rodriguez. Like I thought technique-wise striking, they'd be like pretty similar. Gregory Rodriguez had a little bit of advantage in the grappling. And he did go for some takedowns later in the fight, but it didn't really matter. But the difference is Gregory Rodriguez just has fucking power, dude. And he's way bigger and he's way more intimidating. He's able to walk Roman down. Roman Kopylov, like, he's not this, like, people are saying he's like an elite striker. He's not. He just isn't. He's a good striker. He's not better striker than Gregory Rodriguez. I would say they're pretty equal, but Gregory Rodriguez is just a fucking human specimen. And Yeah, he did a good job. He just literally beat the shit out of Roman Codbell pretty much the whole fight, out through him. When he did land shots that hurt way more, his body kicks and stuff like that were nasty. Like, you could just hear the fucking power on it. But these are guys like Gregory Rodriguez, like, he should be finishing somebody like Roman Kopylov, and he has a lot of opportunities too, and then he just ends up letting them go to decisions, which is kind of weird that it goes this way a lot of times for his fights, but it does. The dude is a menace, man. I've been saying this about him every time I pick one of his fights. Like, if he just, like, he's like the Michael Morales of this division, which we'll get to in a sec, but he's just so big and athletic and retardedly strong, like freakishly scary strong. You're standing across the cage from this guy, you'd be like, fuck, I'm gonna die. That he just needs to use it and intimidate people with it. Like Michael Morales, like, he just walks people down because he knows that he's just bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic than them. And if he hits them once or twice, they're going to get hurt and he's going to be able to finish them. Same thing here. Gregory Rodriguez needs to do more of that because he is that guy. Like, he legitimately is. And we watched the Cannonier fight. He literally just bullied Cannonier like the first 2 to 3 rounds. And then he doesn't get it finished by then. So he starts to get tired. And then, you know, that's when it becomes a more even fight, which we saw in this fight. Second, third round was a lot closer. He just needs to get them out of there because he can. He has every reason to. Holy fuck, Bo Nickal with the head kick KO, headshot dead. He threw a lot of fucking head kicks where he's just spinning out in his feet, but no, Bo Nickal looked quite good in this fight. I mean, he basically just fucking deleted Rodolfo Vieira. I know Rodolfo Vieira isn't like the highest level of athlete that Bo Nickal's fought. Like, obviously, RDR is a lot better than Rodolfo Vieira. But good to see him back in the winning streak. He put on a good fight. He looked really good in the striking. He used more of his wrestling and grappling and submission attempts and stuff like that. And yeah, the fucking head kick KO was nasty, dude. He's throwing 1-2s, and he was throwing the high kick a couple times and throwing it to the body as well. And then, just like literally same shot, pretty much same shot that Leon Edwards threw to KO Kamaru Usman. Just 1-2, open stance. And when he went to throw the 2, he just kind of like feinted it and fucking straight up top of the head kick. Rodolfo Vieira reached out to, kind of fucking parry the punches. I don't know if that's what you want to say he was doing. He went like this. Oh, a head kick's coming. I'm going to go like this, and then gets head kick KO'd. But yeah, Rodolfo Vieira got absolutely flatlined by Bo Nickal. And Bo Nickal, like, to be fair, he's this wrestler, but he's out here KOing people like this. So good on him. Good win for him. He kind of had like a y'all must have forgot moment. Same with Benoit Saint Denis. Holy fuck. I never understand why Beneil Dariush is so good, because I honestly, like, I missed the first half of his career where he was like doing really good, and then he has, like, he goes out there and beats Moicano and he beats other people, and you're like, okay, it's whatever. It's Beneil Dariush, man. He just beats people, and he is a really good grappler and he does mix things up well, but he seems to be getting more and more chinny in every one of his fights. So hopefully, yeah, I don't know. It's like one of those things, like, when you watch this finish, you're like, that shot shouldn't have KO'd you, but it did. And, like, to be fair, you never know. Like, people get KO'd for different reasons, but sometimes it's a weird shot and just, like, all of a sudden you just get dropped. But he got really hurt, and it wasn't the biggest shot that landed. Wasn't a shot that typically would KO like the majority of people. There's only 3 significant strikes in here. It was a fast-ass fight. So great win for Benoit Saint Denis. It's really good to see him, like, kind of back on the rise, because he's an interesting fighter, entertaining fighter. He always brings the fight. The war is what you want to call it, like the god of war. He always brings a war to these guys. But yeah, it wasn't much of a fight. Like, it was just basically Beneil Dariush blasted a couple low kicks that were pretty good, tried to clinch with Benoit Saint Denis, and Benoit Saint Denis just started throwing punches in the clinch, and one of them touched Beneil Dariush's chin or cheek or whatever, and he just literally folded on his face. Straight to his dome. And Joe Rogan is like, oh man, like, he's not out. He was pretty out, dude. He literally fell flat on his face. So yeah. Leon Edwards versus Carlos Proctes. I got this one wrong. I thought that Leon Edwards would be able to, mix in the grappling well enough to avoid. And he's pretty technical on the feet, right? Like, Leon Edwards he's a pretty good striker. I didn't think he was better than Proctes, but I thought it would be closer. And I thought that he would be able to at least, like, mix in the grappling and avoid the shot that was going to literally fucking murder him, because Leon Edwards got absolutely deleted by Carlos Proctes. But yeah, no, that didn't happen. You got fucking flatlined. First round, Leon Edwards looked great. It was like, he was looking really, really good in this fight. And I thought that how he fought the first round, I thought that he would be able to do that for 3 rounds. Maybe not as dominantly as the first round, but I thought he'd be able to do it a little bit longer. And boy, was I wrong. Second round, Carlos Proctes was basically just like, well, this guy isn't going to hurt me in the grappling. He's not going to submit me. And he can't finish me on the feet, so I'm just going to fucking destroy him. And is that a tattoo on his shin that says danger? That's fucking gnarly. That's gnarly, bro. Yeah, but Carlos Proctes literally just, you could see it. He's just picking up on all the reads and the striking, and he just absolutely fucking flatlined Leon Edwards. Took him right off his feet with a straight left hand. Really nasty finish. Really nasty KO for Leon Edwards. I don't know what he's going to do next, but yeah, he got absolutely nuked. And great win from Carlos Proctes. He did a good job of defending the takedowns and the grappling and the wrestling exchanges against Leon Edwards. The problem with Carlos Proctes is like, he has the ability to beat a lot of these guys in the striking, but his grappling, I know he shows good grappling defense here and there, but like, is he really going to stop the grappling of somebody like Islam? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Like, he's going to be one of these really entertaining fighters, kind of like a Kevin Holland, but he's going to probably not lose as much as Kevin Holland. He'll be like up in that top echelon, but like, do I ever see Carlos Proctes getting a belt? Like, maybe if it's up against somebody who's a pure, like, almost like a pure striker. And like, I know Leon Edwards is champ, so like, somebody like that, for sure, Carlos Proctes could get the belt. But like, against somebody like in Islam, it's like, I just think he gets just absolutely ragdolled on the ground. So yeah, great win from him though. It was a nasty, nasty KO. Is that 4 like bonuses in a row? These 4 fights got bonuses. Fucking Michael Morales. Yeah, let's get to it. I picked Sean Brady to win. My bad. I thought he would be able to. This fight played out exactly how I said, but I picked the wrong guy. If that makes sense. I thought Sean Brady in this fight would be able to obviously do really, really well in the grappling, and I still think he would have. We didn't really get to see it, but I thought he was technical enough on the feet that he would be able to stay alive on the feet until he got the fight to the ground. But I did say that like, the problem with Michael Morales is like, if he hits you, you're fucking dead. Like, that's literally it. Like, his striking technique is awful. Michael Morales, I don't think is a very good fighter. Same as what were we talking about earlier? Bison Susukaya was kind of one of the guys I was talking about earlier. And also, yeah, I guess Gregor Rodriguez. Gregor Rodriguez is more technical than Bison and maybe even more technical than Michael Morales, to be honest. I don't think Michael Morales is a technical fighter, like really at all. Like, he's a good fighter. He's like, his technique is good. Everything is good. He's still really young and it can get way better. But he's so fucking big for the division and so fucking athletic that like, he just comes out there and bullies people. Like, he literally just goes out there and bullies people. All the shots he's throwing are not like clean shots. It's not like good technique. He's not feinting or anything like that. Like, he basically is just like looking to land a big shot anywhere on your head, and he knows it's going to rock you, right? Like, he's throwing overhands like this. He's just fucking curling them, clubbing them. And it's not like awful technique, but it's, he's not fucking Ilya out there. He's not Carlos Proctes. Like, his technique isn't that good. And that's the one thing. Like, I do think a really good striker like Carlos Proctes could stop Michael Morales. Who did he beat in his last fight, Michael Morales? Where he just destroyed in a minute, like Gilbert Burns. Yeah, I think somebody like Carlos Proctes could KO Michael Morales or stop Michael Morales. We'd have to see how good his like grappling is, and if he just goes straight to the grappling and get somebody like Carlos Proctes. But his striking isn't very clean. Like, he's very open to get hit with like good counter shots. The problem is like, he's going to be there throwing shots back at you. And if one of those lands anywhere, even if your hands are up, even if it hits you like, around the side or the forehead, like, it's going to fucking rock you, dude. And that was like my one problem with picking Brady was like, if he gets hit with a shot from Michael Morales, it's probably going to be over. Because Michael Morales' technique, like I said, not amazing, but he has really good finishing instinct. Like, once he hits you with a big shot, it hurts you. He's on your ass, and he's trying to land more big shots to get you out of there. And Brady did okay with like some of the low kicks and some of the striking. And the big problem for Brady in this fight was just the height and size difference. Like the problem was he wasn't really able to close the distance to get a good shot at Michael Morales. Michael Morales was fighting like pretty hunched over, ready to stop takedowns and stuff like that. And then he's just so much bigger than Sean Brady, like height-wise and reach-wise, that Sean Brady couldn't really strike very well at range with him or easily at range with him. And he was a little bit worried about shooting a takedown, just naked takedown, like without, hiding behind some strikes because Michael Morales was so ready to stop the takedown. I think he probably should have just came right out of the gate and just shot immediately on Michael Morales, kind of like he did against Leon. But he played the striking game a little bit too long, and one of those shots hit him, and he tried to survive, and he couldn't, and then got hit with like a couple more of those shots, and then he was just fucking dead. So, yeah. Michael Morales versus somebody like Islam is actually, it's an interesting fight because I think he has a better shot than somebody like, I think he's a better chance than somebody like Carlos Proctes, only because he's such a physical specimen. Like, for Islam to hold somebody like him down is going to be fucking hard. Like, this dude is like a lot bigger and stronger than JDM. Technique-wise, probably not as good in the grappling, which is the problem. And in the striking, definitely technically not as good as JDM. But if Michael Morales lands one fucking shot anywhere on Islam's face, like, bro, he's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt, and then Michael Morales is going to jump on him. So I think Michael Morales can, like, improve his technique, and he probably will be. He's super young. But his big advantage is just his fucking God-given talent. Like, he's just got, like, this insane physique for 185. Like, he's by far the most athletic person in the division. He's by far one of the biggest guys. He's probably the biggest guy in the division. Like, the fact he makes 185 is crazy, and he's got retarded power. Like, if he hits you, you're getting hurt, like, immediately. So, yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Impressive stuff. Like, it's impressive, but it's also, like, not impressive because it's, like, mostly reliant on your athleticism rather than your technique, but it's still impressive by all means. And like I said, I'm not trying to harass him for, like, saying his technique's bad. His technique isn't bad. It's like a 7 out of 10, but it's not like a fucking 9 or 10 out of 10. Like these two fighters, like both of these guys, more like a 10 out of 10 level of technique. So co-main and main event, both pretty boring, honestly. Valentina just half guard camped against Wei Li, and Islam half guard camped against JDM. Valentina, I was spent so much time talking about all the other fights other than co-main and main because the co-main and main were kind of boring. Like, there wasn't much going on. Zhang Weili just wasn't strong enough to deal with Valentina Shevchenko in pretty much just the grappling, and Valentina was able to keep her at bay because she was a little bit, taller, and she's a really good striker, so she's just kind of just bouncing, and just every time, Zhang Weili would try to close the distance, she'd get hit with something, and she had a hard time closing the distance against her. And, once Valentina got her to the ground, she's just a bit stronger than her. It wasn't like necessarily that Valentina has better technique than Zhang Weili. She's just a bit stronger and a bit bigger and was able to kind of control her in those positions. So, yeah, not much to talk about. Valentina, very dominant win, very good win. I picked Zhang Weili, and I wanted Valentina Shevchenko to win because I like seeing her do her thing at old age, but it is kind of getting, it's boring, but it's dominant and it's impressive. I think Zhang Weili is super, super good, and I think she beats literally everybody but, like, Valentina. Technique-wise, I think she's pretty on par with Valentina. I just, she wasn't quite big enough and strong enough for her. But she's going to go back down to 115 and lead everybody. Like, there's no one that's going to beat her at 115, so it's interesting. I thought this was going to be a closer fight than it was. I think everybody did. This was not a close fight whatsoever. JDM had zero takedown defense in the open. Like, every single double leg Islam shot, immediately taken down. Wasn't able to get back up to his feet 90% of the time, almost immediately. Islam had amazing takedown timing and really good takedown shots. Like, all of his double legs were, like, super, super good, well timed, super deep penetration. Like, literally got to the hips immediately and just took Jack Del Maddalena down immediately. Like, just no problem taking JDM down. He landed really, really good low kicks at the very beginning of the fight and kind of throughout the whole fight. In the stand-up, like, although there wasn't much stand up, he looked really good in it. And once he had him on the ground, literally JDM could not get up. You just half guard camp the whole fight and won very easily doing that. And honestly, can you blame the guy for doing that? Like, if you're going to win that easily, I know it's a little bit boring of a fight for sure, but if you're going to win that easily doing that, fucking hell, I would do it too. I would just like, okay, well, I'm going to get my second belt by literally doing, like, taking the easiest to win ever. Like, for sure, I'm going to do it. But yeah, no, great win from Makhachev. He didn't look small for the division. Yeah, he didn't look small. He looked very strong. His striking holds up against people like JDM. Like, not like for what it has to be for him to get his grappling going. Like, he's not going to stand. Like, if he stood on the feet for the whole 25 minutes with JDM, for sure, I think he would lose. But with the threat of the takedown, with how much time they spend on the feet, because once he gets to the ground, he's keeping it there. His striking holds up like just fine. Again, the only problem I see, like, I don't see like a lot of people beating him. I do see somebody, Ian Gary, giving him a lot of problems, just because he's very good at game planning. He's very technical. He's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot harder for Islam to get like a takedown on somebody like Ian Gary, just because he moves it around and is better at keeping distance and keeping the range than somebody like JDM. JDM kind of likes to fight a little bit shorter than Ian Gary. Ian Gary likes to fight like pretty long range attacks and stuff like that, and bounces around on the back foot and around the cage pretty well. But yeah, I think Islam's going to do just fine at 170. I think he beats a lot of fucking people at 170. There's people like Michael Morales who are just massive. Michael Morales doesn't even fight at 170 though, so why am I saying that? I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Who the fuck is the champ at 185? Or welterweight is 170, no? Am I retarded? I might be retarded. Anyways, there's some people, yeah, because Proctes is there too. I don't know why. But there's some people it's a welterweight fight too. Wow, I'm actually retarded. I just think that Michael Morales, I think of him as like 185, but it's so fucking big. Yeah, I think there's people like Michael Morales who are just like so big for the division that can give him problems, but I don't know. I still think Makhachev beats a lot of them. Anyways, see you next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got 2 weeks of good cards, so that's something to look forward to. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Deuces. Oh, there we go.